Gearing up then for MotoGP to get underway on Saturday here at the World Circuit, Marco Simoncelli Mazzano, round 13 of the 2024 campaign. We can't wait to get started. The riders can't wait to get going. Hello everybody, welcome, and already a yellow flag in the third sector as Enea Bastianini has pulled off the track. His bike not working, it seems, out there on the circuit. We're just getting the ComCam set up. It had a little bit of a fritz. Let's take a look though with the guys.
It's down to Tremonto. It's quite clear to see what's happened here. At this point, we talked about it yesterday a little bit. Gigi will be practicing the red button. So he's going to try it on one of his bikes, just in the team, keep it safe. We practice the red button, now it works. Yeah, the motorcycle switched off. Yeah, lovely. No, obviously, it
did actually.
Took the smoke. I was about to say it'll be probably an electrical problem, but
he went aggressive with the button. He has two buttons. He's got one electrical and one, one mechanical. Yeah, that one just sent a little conrod through the ECU.
Yeah. That's definitely electrical. That's really rare, that. Not how you want to start your Super Saturday, though, with everything that's going on. Such an important session, this. Riders will have their what they will think are going to be the preferred race tyres, and they'll be full-on race mode. See what it feels like, get some rhythm. What's the setting like? How's the track feeling?
Yeah, and already you've had that failure. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Sorry we're a bit late on air. Goodwood Revival taking a little bit of time to get everything sorted as well, to make sure that's all gone. Hello, SSG. Hello, Jang as well, says go. Right, reminder, and we're posting it in, qualifying is going to be on JBMotorsports 2. So just a quick reminder for that. We are going to post the link in the box so that everybody knows and remembers. Just trying to see actually if I don't think I've put it in the playlist, have I? I might have done. Just trying to change. What am I doing that for? Oh, I haven't. Oh, no. That's always a good idea. I can't change the thumbnail yet. Oh well, hello. I'll get the link in. So, big news coming into today. Juan Mir will not, and I repeat, not take any further part in this weekend. Gastroenteritis as well has worsened over the night, so he will play no further part in this weekend, which means we're down to 23 runners in this event. Perfectly understandable. Now, if you're watching on JB Motorsports Twitch, you don't have to do anything later. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll have to switch at the end of the session to the main channel. The link is in the description, but we're also posting the link in the chat as well and pinning that message if it ever lets me in. Trying to swap between several different things as well. Not the way to start for an air, no, just going straight off the circuit. Great way to start, though, for the KTMs as Binder, Pole and Miller are 1, 3 and 4. Martin has split them in the middle though as well. I'm just typing out now qualifying. So I've just put it in the chat and hopefully that'll take you to where you need to be after this session. I hope so, because otherwise it's going to be a bit annoying. Just got to get rid of the HTTP. There we go. And send. There you go. And I'll pin that message now as well. There we go. Just take some time. This is a weekend where we're across the two channels. Moto E is live here. Tomorrow we'll have the warm-up live here, as well as the Moto 3 and Moto 2 races. Moto E is live here all day as well. We're actually going to have to flick between the two because Moto E is actually causing us a lot of problems at Goodwood because we can't cover the Barry Sheen Memorial Trophy Day, but we are covering the St Mary's Trophy. Then coming back here to cover the Moto E final race of the season, and going over as well back for the Madrid Cup. It's a confusing day for us up here. Then we've got NASCAR tomorrow. So yeah, today's like the last normal day. Tomorrow gets very weird. Martin across the line and does a 131.681. Everyone using old tyres in this session, with it being a free practice. Nobody wants to run the risk of everything going wrong. So it's kind of just monkey see, monkey do at the moment.
31s, 31.6, 31.7.
But then he says he's not that comfortable with it, and he much prefers the medium. That's been his refrain throughout the year, hasn't it? That I'm not that comfortable necessarily on the softs.
Yeah, and do you know why? It's quite interesting what he said. It's too much grip.
Too much grip, yeah.
Oh, this tyre. How many times have you said that, Michael? I reckon in my career, never.
Yeah.
Do you know what's wrong with this? What? Go on. Hang on, I've got a new excuse. Tell me this one, Neil. Too much grip.
Pecco's bike's too perfect.
Too perfect. But how he explained it, and it's right what he said. He said, yeah, the problem is when I say too much grip, it's more on corner entry in the braking zone, where the medium has less grip and it slides on corner entry and starts to open out the corner, helps turn the bike. He said with the softer rear tyre, it sort of obviously stays in line, and then the bike's almost at the wrong angle for the corners. So I understand what he was saying.
And in that comment there from Jorge Martin, and the things Marquez have said, we have this year, for me, in a microcosm, that's the nutshell what's happened this year. The GP24, the data they've got from last year, and the change in tyre at the start of the year, a Ducati, the GP24, the slush of information, massive amount of data coming back on them, they've got their heads around it. Whereas the other teams, your KTMs are always talking about the rear's pushing the front, or, you know, that it's not hooking up right out the corners. And you hear it with the Aprilias, low grip at a track like Aragon, and suddenly we can't get things working. And yet, Ducati have got their head around it. And that, for me, is this season in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's a numbers game. You've got 8 bikes out there, you've got 8 sets of data from Friday afternoon, and you can really do the analysis. And I think what we witnessed just now, you see Jorge Martin go out with a medium front tyre that's almost got race distance, 25 laps on a front tyre. That should be, the soft rear should be pushing it, should be tucking, and he's wondering. He won't go into there tomorrow afternoon trying to guess what would happen with the extra push from the soft rear. He's out there this morning trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and that's because with Marc Marquez, he's got this uncanny ability to just know where the grip is on the circuit. And he's developed a love with this bike, he really has. So it's getting better, and it's getting faster, and it's getting more entertaining as well, which is what I like. Race 2 of the Goodwood Revival, the Goodwood Trophy, gets underway in around about 15 minutes' time. I implore you all to go watch that as well on JBMotorsports. So I think we are back from we missed race 2 and 3. We're back for race 4. And then miss race 5, come back for race 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's the day, yeah. It's a confusing day for everybody. We're just trying to get on with what we've got to do. Oh, hello! One of the KTMs has gone down, and it's Paul Espargaro. I think he's just, well, there's Brad Binder. And he had a moment, and then Paul just comes in off the bike. He's dropped the front coming into turn 1. So, not a big accident. You'll be able to pick the bike up, get it back in. One of the fairings have come off, but nothing bad at all there for Paul. Just drop the bike. He will be A-OK. And get back in and change it up. Marc Marquez top then on a 131.590. Remarkable lap times coming through. As they will continue to push. So yeah, just a reminder to everybody watching, this is the all the practice sessions are on JB Motorsports 2, but the sprint, the qualifying, and the Grand Prix for MotoGP, that's live on JB Motorsports. And here on JB Motorsports 2 for the rest of the weekend, we have the 2 Moto E races today. Tomorrow we've got the warm session for MotoGP, followed then by Moto 3 and Moto 2's races as well. It's one of those weekends again where we are between the 2 channels as we continue to grow JB Motorsports 2, whilst also letting people know that it's shifting by doing JB1. See my point? Yeah. So if we get monetized, it works out better. Acosta just twitching ever so slightly. Just got to be careful as well. Really are having interesting sliding actions around here. Medium front, soft rear for Acosta. Just taking down the inside line. And we'll continue to push. And next year, of course, it's not going to be the end of MotoGP on the main channel. Oh, no. We will simulcast. So we'll be on both for select weekends. So, yeah, that's the plan anyway going forward. We'll simulcast a lot. As JB2 becomes 2-wheel action. So I'll have British Superbikes, World Superbikes, Supersport and the WCR as well as Moto2, Moto3, Moto E and all that lot. So yeah, actually it's going to be quite busy next year for all the action. More team will be hired and come in and do the commentaries as well and have their own select series, and then we'll work together so that I take some, they take some and all that lot, and then all the team come in. You'll love it. It'll be fantastic. So much more watch-along action for everybody around the world. So 111.220 then in the third sector for Acosta. 49 thousandths off that of Marc Marquez. Computer's estimating him to go up into third position if he keeps this on, because the gap between Marquez and Martin is 94 thousandths. He's currently 49 between Acosta, comes across the line and goes 2 tenths down. So does slot into third position behind Martin and in front of Alex Marquez. Yeah, hello to San again. Yeah, good afternoon. Gaspar 93 for Marc Marquez. Yes, 93 as well with the rocket ships. I love the wave as well. Hello, good morning. Bagnaia goes third, and Aleix goes sixth. So Bagnaia's a 131.767. Aleix Espargaro's a 131.833. Goes sixth fastest. Actually, he really is flying hard, isn't he? Just trying to double check that the Goodwood stream's going all right. Such a weird weekend that we're doing right now. I'll never get used to it. Because I'm literally watching, usually on the other monitor with the timing screen, we've got Goodwood on there. With the JBMotorsports stream, keeping an eye on it. And Bastianini's looking quick, 19th at the moment, comes across the line and goes fourth fastest on a 131.768. 0.178 down on the overall best. Hello to Kieran. Hi Josh, roll on Marc. Much bigger ask in Italy, but still, absolutely, Kieran, I agree with you there. We could be having an interesting weekend for Marc Marquez if he can do back-to-back. And don't forget, before winning in Aragon, his last race victory came here at Misano in 2021. Not the San Marino Grand Prix, but when we ran the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, which we're doing again in 2 weeks' time. So this track has a good history of Marc Marquez and winning. Pecco Bagnaia knows what it's like to win and crash at this circuit. He's 3.5 tenths faster than Marc in all three sectors. Medium front, soft rear. He comes across the line. Bagnaia to the top by 2.5 tenths of a second. It's a 131.332, and he goes up into P1. A few lap times counted there for Bagnaia and Bezzecchi for taking the shortcut. Here is Pietro Acosta down into turn 8. A long sweep left-hander where you get it wrong, you're down in a huge accident. Acosta has had a moment coming down towards, I believe, turn 13 and 14. Let's take a look. Oh, over the curb at turn 11 and jumps over as well. Absolutely insane how he hit the curb and it sort of launched the bike up in the air. Wow. Gaga says King Marc Marquez. Absolutely. A lot of love for Marc at the moment since his victory last weekend. There's Hervé Poncharoll, the Red Bull Gas Racing Tech 3 team principal and owner. SHT says, hello, Sean. Could we possibly be seeing battles between the top 4 in the championship this weekend? Absolutely. There's a lot going on in the championship this weekend where you sort of go, I just want to see if it can drag between the two. I think we're going to have a great weekend, personally. From my point of view, so just turn the camera side. I think we're going to have a great weekend. Digi, 291 kilometers an hour through the speed trap, but it's down a little bit. Bagnaia's on the attack too. I won't even count out Acosta in this battle. Zion says Q1. Q1's coming up at 9:45 British summer time, 10:45 over there in Europe. So that's, well, just 45 minutes past the hour. So that's when that's going to be on, if you want to take a look. I will read you who's in Q1. I'm just getting it up on my app as to who goes where for this session. So the practice session, having to go through Q1 automatically. Brad Binder, Aleix Espargaro, Paul Espargaro, Miguel Oliveira, Johan Zarco, Fabio Di Giannantonio, Alex Rins, Alex Marquez, Augusto Fernandez, Takiki Nakagami, Raul Fernandez, Luca Marini and Stefan Bradl. They're the ones having to go through Q1. Automatically into Q2 is Pecco Bagnaia, Marc Marquez, Jorge Martin, Franco Morbidelli, Enea Baggini, Pietro Acosta, Marco Bezzecchi, Maverick Vinales, Fabio Quartararo and Jack Miller. So there you go, there's the running order for Q1 and then Q2. As they will continue to form up. Digi with what was a fast first sector of 25.683. Second sector not really looping up the way you expected it to, sadly, out there at the moment. So there's a few that needs to be adjusted as they will continue to attack around out here on the circuit. Now, hello, this is Digi. Several riders into the pit lane now at the moment. SSG says, Sandy first of all says, come on Mark, go Mark. Mark's just coming to the pit lane, but he's changing over, I think, to bike 2 with old tyres. Martin's done the same. SSG says, where do you think Pol Espargaro will at least be this weekend? I think he'll get points. I think Pol is going to, well, historically, this is a circuit where the wild cards go well out. Remember Danny Pedrosa coming in. And it's Daniel Petrucci, but yeah, Pedrosa coming in did fantastically well. So I think we are going to see Pol finish 7th in the race in the race tomorrow. The sprint, I don't know. Whether he'll pick up points in the sprint, that's anybody's guess. He's a fast rider, remember. Knows what to do in races. Mega's not with us for qualifying today, by the way. She's not feeling too good this morning, so she's taking the morning off and she'll be back with us for the Tissot sprint later. Quartararo looking quick all weekend long so far. He's 9th at the moment. Automatically into Q2 as well, so he's got this sort of longevity in him to see if he can go there. I need to take my shoes off, actually. Oh, I hate my shoes. You know when your socks and your shoes react and then you go all tingly? Yeah. Ankle's got a bit of a problem as well, which is why I'm sitting down a lot more this weekend. There's a lot of shouting to be done. Goodwood, MotoGP, everything else. Pole, 132.523. Digi, 131.989. So, let's have the gap between the two. Trying to do several things at once. SHE says, also, this is the track where Quartararo clinches the MotoGP Premier Class Championship back in 2020 after his Bagnaia crash after the member commentating in that race. It's on the YouTube channel, on JB1. Really ridiculous accident. Just dropped the front. I don't know how you could say it. Turn 11. This is another moment we're seeing. Or is this just a super slow-mo? This is riding style comparisons. Say it for the boys.
That kind of thing, you know, perhaps moving away from a bit of their core business of motocross bikes and focusing more on road going. They've got obviously the deal they do in India, don't they? With, is it Bajaj? Is that the brand they've got? Who bought a stake in them as well. And I don't know, I just feel like this is the pinnacle of their racing brand, definitely for road going anyway. And they need to crack something.
They do. And they're spending a lot of money going racing. The company, the Pure Mobility Group, is 1.6 billion in debt. You mentioned the rumours of laying people off, but obviously they've grown so big over recent years. They are the leading sales in Europe. Off-road bikes, their enduro range is probably the most popular across the world. Even in America, you see anyone goes enduro riding, they're riding a KTM because they build such good customer bikes. So obviously they're confident to invest in their future, but they need results on track. It's still the old adage: you win on Sunday, you sell on Monday, and that's what they're wanting to do here with KTM, with GasGas, with CF Moto,
MV Agusta.
MV Agusta, yeah. What a legacy brand to purchase. I can see them doing something big with MV Agusta in the future.
Yeah, I think so. But that's been Ducati, hasn't it, Neil?
Absolutely.
Ducati has been the race.
Yeah.
Ducati Corse is the centre.
That's the template of
all of it, yeah.
what they've done. Yeah, but it is a big year for KTM next year. They are behind. The gap's got bigger, not smaller this year, 2024 season, KTM are they're further away now than they've been for quite a lot of years, so they have to find something.
Having made a little step forward, really. They have, haven't they? It's just Ducati have made a giant leap forward this year.
Yeah, so, yeah. Well, the test on Monday is going to be quite interesting. We're going to definitely see some new parts on bikes, probably the first glimpse of the 2025 bikes.
But who tests them? Do you give one to I've heard Jack Miller and Augusto Fernandez might get to test the bike between themselves. Well, they're both going to Yamaha next year. How much of a hand do you show to Jack and Augusto and that side of things? But tricky, you haven't got Maverick Vinales, you haven't got an Air Bastianini riding your bike because you're going to be... Aprilia have a real conundrum on their hands, don't they? Because obviously Aleix is going to test, he's going to be right in the heart of the Honda. And Maverick's on his way to KTM.
Yeah.
Miguel's off to Yamaha.
Yeah.
What do you do there in terms of testing? Do you just give it to Ralph Fernandez?
I don't think he's the best test rider in the world. I don't want to be judgmental.
No, he doesn't strike me as a technical rider.
No, he's fast without a doubt.
That's a really good point.
What do they do?
And also, I'm going to tell you the truth here, Gav. What do you do then if you're the rider? If you know you're not getting those parts, you go, yeah, this is really good. Oh, it's amazing. Because actually, you're going to be racing against that. So if it's rubbish, you want to say it's good. If it's good, you want to say it's rubbish. You do.
Well, what is the motivation to push? Generally, in a test, there's none. And that's why normally you don't test. So I am intrigued to see what's brought out of the garages on Monday.
We'll bring some updates on that then in 2 weeks' time for all of the action. It's going to be an interesting weekend, this one, actually, as well. 5 minutes to go. Don't forget, this is a free practice session, so nothing at all matters here as we go into it. The first race of the day for the Goodwood Trophy is about to get underway as well at the Revival meeting, so you can go and watch that now. Yeah, they are. Paul Espargaro crosses the line and goes second fastest. It's a 1:31.568. Very good time there. 62. No, hang on a minute. Yeah. Bagnaia Morbidelli up to second place now. Well done, Franco. 62 thousandths off the pace. Time screen slightly ahead of the TV pictures we see. And Bastianini overtook Quarter around the final to get third. Remember that. As Pole goes second. Race H2. So just a reminder that at the end of this session we'll be switching over to a whole new channel. That'll be JBMotorsports, the main channel. Will go up. And we'll be back on JB2 for the Moto E race. Got to get everything updated later on tonight. I was so exhausted yesterday because we didn't end until 7:30, and I didn't have the best night. I was still ill slightly, so I did not have the best night. So nothing got set up or done. So nothing got uploaded. But today everything will be uploaded. We'll get caught up with everything as well. Bastianini sliding around like absolute craziness right now. Hugs that inside line. Beautifully done as well, I might add. So this is Jorge Martin now we're watching. Through turn 11, 12 and 13. By the way, this morning Scott Ogden got taken down at this part of the track in turn 14 by Angel Piqueras. It's under investigation because Piqueras just forced him off the track. Ryder is okay though, I'm delighted to say for Scott. Also, I want to say right now, best wishes to Toprak after his horrific accident at Magny-Cours yesterday where he came off in the braking zone on his bike and his back hit the wall and it pirouetted him around. He's got a hemothorax as well, and I had a possible hemothorax a couple of years ago and I was in so much pain. Luckily it wasn't a hemothorax, so there's no one to operate. But my God, I was in so much pain breathing with that. I can't imagine how much pain Toprak is with a big hemothorax that he's got as well, and they're having to do some surgery on that as well, I believe. So just best wishes for Toprak, and he has withdrawn from this weekend, which means there will be a different winner, but I don't like that streak has come to an end by a force of injury and the stupidness of the FIM, Dorna and Magny-Cours to put a wall there on the circuit that have hurt a rider. So I hope everybody agrees with me that if he comes back and wins the next race, the streak continues. Because it's not fair to lose that streak for over nothing of your own business. And I think a rider nearly hit it in the Supersport session just a few moments ago. I saw Simon say something about it. It was Simon Patterson, the race journalist as well. Husband, of course, to Maddie Patterson, our colleague and friend here. Maddie, I think, is having a few weeks off before she heads over to the next race in... I can't remember where it is, actually. For WCR. Let's get her for a podcast. Bagnaia crosses the line, 131.5. Marc Marquez had a lap time cancelled for track limits. Martin's going fast. Goes third, 131.385. Bezecchi's gone top, though. 131.237 while I was rambling. Very nicely done. Kind of wondering what I'm actually doing today on the Goodwood Revival now. If I miss race 2 and 3, the Goodwood Trophy and the Barry Sheen Memorial. I'm really angry I missed the Barry Sheen Memorial. That's one I didn't want to miss. 131.237. Morbidelli's up by 0.030. So has some delta time left. It's quite nice actually seeing it all work. Hang on. Yeah. Do you know, if the delays go on like this, maybe I will get to call it, because the race should start 5 minutes ago. It hasn't started yet. 44 seconds left. Bezecchi doesn't improve his 5/10 down his overall lap time. Franco Morbidelli, however, is improving. Oh, Bezecchi got held up on that last flying lap as well. Puts his arm up and says, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" Morbidelli's a 10th down. There's not going to be too much there as they continue to attack. Pole faster than both Jack and Brad. Yeah, he is. Pole's up in 5th. Binder's 12th. Miller's 15th. Checker flag out. He's out. Marc Marquez goes 6th. 131.935. Martin 3rd. He's our first to take the flag. Pole's locked in. Aleix down to Oliveira, and then Marini down to Bradle. They've all come into the pit lane. So they're done for this session as well. Bastianini's up in that first sector. So is Bagnaia. The Ducatis might do something across the line. Would be nice if they could, to be fair. And just slot between the two. Bastianini up, Bagnaia, 85 thousandths is a difference, brewing. The race hasn't started yet. It's really weird. Sorry, I've just got the headphones on. It hasn't started yet, the race. As they come into it. Here comes an air Bastianini into the last corner. Checker flags out. And Bastianini goes 4th. 131.390. Bagnaia is faster. I've heard that the start's delayed for the Goodwood Trophy. That's good, then it'll delay everything else. Cross the line there for Pecco Bagnaia. What's his delta time? 2nd. Couldn't improve. So lost out on delta time right at the end there, unfortunately. And that's it. Everyone has taken the flag and everyone's done the session. So it is Bezecchi, Bagnaia, Martin, Bastianini, Morbidelli, Paul Espargaro, Marc Marquez, Acosta, Alex Marquez, Aleix Espargaro in the top 10, Quartararo, Binder, Di Giannantonio, Oliveira, Miller, Vinales, Rins, Fernandez, Nakagami, Zarco, Marini, Ralph Fernandez, and Stefan Bradl. The link in the YouTube chat and in the description will take you to JB Motorsports and where we will be for qualifying on the main YouTube channel. Thanks for your company. We'll see you in a second on JB Motorsports for qualifying.